with Sue, we're in the Pen of Hope, and I'll let you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do here at Woodgreen.
Okay, so my name is Sue Ketland. I have worked here at Woodgreen now for 32 years. I've worked on all aspects of the dog section over those years, but in the last decade I've concentrated on behaviour and training and giving free behavioural advice and support as part of a team of 6 now that are dedicated to help pets and their people.
So we put a question box to our followers on Instagram about Woodgreen, about rehoming and rescue dogs in general. So we wanted to put a few of those questions to you guys who do it daily.
Okay.
So the first question is, how do you match a dog to its new owner?
Well, first off, you need to be aware of what the dog's needs are, and then through a series of questions from the potential owners, you see where they have commonalities, what they can offer the dog and what the dog can offer them. And if all of those boxes are ticked, we move on to the next stage.
So from sort of people applying to then rehoming the dog, how long does that process take? Is there like an average, or does it just vary between families?
Families have to be patient,
yeah,
because obviously we're never sure what dog we're going to get in on any set day. It's more about once the dogs come in, and then we can start looking through the applications that we've got to find the best match. Some dogs are going to be matched really quickly because they're really easy, and others are going to take weeks, sometimes months,
yeah,
to find the right match.
So are all of the dogs that come to the rehoming centre spayed or neutered? Is there any requirement for them to be?
So a large number of dogs that come into us are already neutered.
Yeah.
If they're not, we make a decision on each individual case, because a lot of the time it's got to be age appropriate for neutering and health status appropriate as well. So sometimes they will go to a new home on the understanding that they use a neuter voucher further down the line and the procedure's done.
So this one is very specific, but it might be relevant. So when people adopt a dog, for different dogs, is there a certain garden fence height rule or?
Okay, it would again depend on the individual dog, whether it had a history of escaping, what kind of location they were in for safety, perhaps roads, or are they in a really rural area which would incentivize, is that a word?
Yeah. To try and escape. Yeah.
Incentivise the dog to try and get out. So no, we don't operate a strict, you must have a 6-foot fence all the way around your garden to have a dog from us. That's not who we are. Yeah.
So, do you rehome other animals that aren't dogs?
Yes, we do. And now I've got to list them all. So cats, rabbits, guinea pigs, gerbils, hamsters, rats, dagoos, chickens, and I've probably missed something and I feel very bad, but basically it's small domestic pets.
Yeah. For somebody that maybe has a dog that's got behaviour issues but they don't want to rehome it, what can they do to help that dog get where it needs to be?
Okay, so they can give us a ring or email us, because a big part of the team that I'm part of, a major part of our role is to give free behavioural advice and support in order to try and mend relationships, build relationships, and give top tips and support as to how to keep dogs in loving homes. That's what we want to do.
So this one's a question from me. I've got a very cheeky adolescent cockapoo. How do I get through the adolescence without losing my marbles?
Aha, you along with many thousands of people right now. Adolescence is a really tough time, and that's one of the reasons why we've put together a webinar on this very subject, along with raising puppies, how to teach your dog to cope home alone, how to help them accept visitors to the home, and a general one that's just called Living with Dogs, and just everything, the good, the bad and the ugly truth about what it's like to live with dogs. These are all free of charge. You can access them via our website. They roll out every month. and they're open to everybody and anybody. You don't have to fit a certain criteria to access them. You just want to know more about dogs and how to help your own dogs.
So does somebody that has rehomed a dog get support after they've rehomed the dog?
Absolutely, yes. We do regular check-ins after the first week, the first month, and then I think it's 3 months, but our door is always open. They can pick up the phone, they can send us an email if they have got any questions about how the dog is settling in, and we're there because we want it to work. We want to support them as much as possible.